Hey beauties, it's Jazz here and I'm back with another install video. Today we're going to be doing a knotless braided wig. So this is a quote-unquote full lace wig, but it has lace in the front and the back, and in the middle is just a regular wig cap. And I've already bleached the knots and pretty much finished braiding the wig. I'm just going to show you how I do my install. So to install my knotless braids, I'm using a generous amount of Shine Jam and applying it on all sides. And then I'm going to comb it through and split the hair into 3 sections. And then I'm going to use pieces of hair that are around the same size as the section and continue to add them in on the bottom and just braid down. So while adding the hair in, I kind of braid underhand to make sure that I'm adding the hair on the bottom so you can't see where the hair is added in. And then once I get the amount of hair that I want in the braid, I flip my hands over and begin to braid overhand. So now that I'm done braiding, I'm going to take some boiling hot water and just dip the hair into it the same way I would dip the ends of braids if this was an actual client. You want to dip the hair once and kind of smooth out the ends, and then dip the hair again until you get the desired straightness. So now that I'm done dipping the hair, I'm just going to put it back on the mannequin head so I can dry it off. And then I'm going to take a razor and even out the ends. Now that I'm done with that, I'm going to take that same eyebrow razor and just cut the hair that I have left out for edges shorter so I can work with it. Once I have the edges trimmed to my desired length on both sides, I'm just taking my foam wrap and I'm going to start swooping them into place. Now that I'm done with the edges, I'm just taking my foam wrap and putting it all over the braids, all the way down to the ends. Usually I would use the foam wrap and try to concentrate it on until the client's hair stopped, and then I just use the residuals and pull it down to the ends. And this is going to help seal the braids and smooth down any flyaways. And once I'm done, I'm going to put it underneath the dryer for about 15 minutes or till it's completely dry. So now that the wig is dry, I'm going to use this Loreal True Match and try to make it look more like scalp. I was desperately trying to get that to focus, but it wasn't working. And I'm also using an angle brush to do this. So as you can see, I'm just going through each part with my angle brush and applying the powder foundation so it will look less like a wig cap and lace and more like scalp. So today I'm using my beautiful mommy as my model, and I'm just taking some Got To Be Glue hair gel and I'm going to smooth down her edges. Once I've done that, I'm just going to apply the stocking cap and make sure that her edges are smooth underneath it. Now I'm just going to take some Got To Be hairspray and spray it along her hairline. And then I'm going to cut her ears out of the stocking cap, and once I've done all of that, I'm going to blow dry it on cool. So I lost this clip, but once the stocking cap was completely dry, I went ahead and cut the excess off of her forehead. And now I'm just taking the same color powder that I used on the wig cap, and I'm applying it to the stocking cap to help blend it in. I cut the lace off of the wig off camera, but now I'm just going to go ahead and apply the wig to her head and see how everything is fitting. So once I get the wig situated on her head, I'm going to go in and customize the baby hairs a little bit more, just to closer to my mom's liking. So this wig can be glued down, but it doesn't have to be. So since we're going for the glueless route, I'm just going to take some foam wrap and put it on the edges, swoop them down where I want them, and then put a wrap strip around her head and blow dry it until it's dry. Now that everything's dry, I'm just going to cut off the wrap strips. So this is pretty much the finished product. As you can see, this wig can be worn completely glueless. And from here, I'm just going to do a little bit more customization to the hairline, and she should be good to go. So this is the last little bit of customization that I did to the wig, just to try to make the baby hairs a little bit more natural for my mom and the look that she usually goes for. Thank you so much for watching, and please don't forget to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel, Amaza Beauty, and follow me on all social media, and let me know what you think down in the comments. Thanks, beauties.